John Amarek. So, it's been a while, but we're gonna start a new season of Rocket League. And we're gonna try and answer some questions while we play this game. Yeah, but that doesn't mean we can't answer questions. Maybe Josh is watching and he'll put some questions in. Well then, shall we begin? Yeah, we haven't played in a while.
I actually have no idea how to play anymore.
Alright, John, pick a category: emotions or future of the human race.
Both sound very
Alright. Let's see. Are emotions necessary for human survival? Why or why not? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I brought you a cup, but you never filled anything in it. Next one. Next match, you can fill up your cup. The question was, are emotions necessary to human survival? Why or why not? Go center, John. For human survival. What a goal. So they're not necessarily necessary for human survival, but they're necessary for the essence of what is human. Interesting. Considering we've survived this long with emotions, I would say they do play some part, because fear is an emotion, and that can be useful. Yeah, and sometimes without fear, we do something reckless and stupid, but maybe fear is also holding back the humans, who knows? So my answer, I guess, is I do think they're necessary. But I guess, like, would robots have emotions? Yeah, like AI. Do you think AI would survive as long as humans, or would they survive longer? I think that would be, and then would AI be created with the capacity for emotion? Oh, I don't think you saved that. I'm in the middle. It's okay. What? So under the scenario that AI is created without the capacity for emotion, would they survive longer? I missed that. I'm so sorry. It's one of those two. Would they survive longer than humans have currently? Could you elaborate on that? Yeah, it's okay. Oh, I think that's going in. So close. So you're talking about like humans as individuals, they have an expiration date. Okay. So you're saying an idea lives longer than a person, or an individual. Okay, so how does that connect? How does that connect to the overall question? Just for any viewers out there, we're not good at this game. We put it to the medium settings since we haven't played in a while. So I don't know how we're doing this game. We do like what it is. I forgot how to ride a bike, so that expression doesn't work with me. Yeah. So that expiration date. So what makes you say AI don't have an expiration date? Because wouldn't they have to run on some type of power source? So you're talking like Ultron type thing. It still looks good. Where are you gonna put? Yeah, we've strayed. But it wasn't real.
Yeah, it was. She was just using that emotion to trick the guy into helping her.
That's interesting. So that means that robots have the understanding of emotions, but they don't have emotions themselves.
Yes. They understand emotions, and they understand how people are swayed or like affected by certain emotions. They understand it's not true.
So is that like a conscious decision that they like, oh, these are emotions and let's not deal with them? Or were they programmed to not have emotions? It's okay.
You tossed it. I'm focusing really on this.
I can tell.
Put that in some. Give me a tissue.
Cheers.
Wait. Stop playing shit.
So demanding. Cheers. Live broadcast would be great because if we actually had viewers, you know, they could chime in and be like, "Hey, this is what you were talking about before we forgot." We don't have that. I got it. Oh, we're playing Among Us. That's what you like to say. I'll get a new question in just a moment. Which is why it makes it so fun. And our bonus. Yeah, maybe that first game was just a fluke. But somehow we haven't been scored on. Yeah. I fucked up on the clearance though. Jungle, why'd you hit me? Turn me off course. Yeah, it's okay. Oh. It's not going. No, that might go in. Oh. I didn't. I was faced the wrong way. Cleared it though. Center it. I tried. Oh. I just realized I was actually kind of far away from my mic, so that's a possibility. Well, the first 10 minutes of this video is going to be different. I'm just waiting for the first goal so I can go look at the question. Game face. Ooh, in honor of Mass Effect coming out in a couple days. Where'd we go? What are the pros and cons of colonizing other planets? Yeah, and how could this help or hurt the human race? Yeah, any planet, really. Rank. That is an important distinction. You make a good point. You make a good point. Yeah, but it's not about like discrimination. So he like grew up on the space station in Mars, and yeah, exactly. And he comes down to Earth for love, you know. Beautiful story. Haven't seen it though. No, but I could look it up. Okay. I would say like eventually we'd have to leave Earth, but this is just, you know, think about it like kind of like Gundam universe, how there are Earth humans, but there's also like, you know, a lot of colonies in the space. I'm imagining a scenario like that. Oh my god, I missed the shot. Glad to see nothing's changed on that front. So yeah, maybe like end goal, a lot of people would not be on Earth, just maybe if we fuck it up too much. So yeah. As far as pros, it would mainly be to get natural resources that are maybe like either depleted here on Earth or more scarce. We're not gonna find new things unless we go to a new universe, because everything here is theoretically supposed to be made of the same elements, you know? So that's why like maybe we can just find a planet that has more cobalt than our planet has, or something like that. I don't know, I feel like it sounds like an important element, you know? Yeah. Yeah. You don't want those rat rod wheels? Human nature or life and death? Life and death. Alright, I like this one. If sacrificing your own life would save the lives of a specific number of strangers, how many strangers would need to be saved for you to sacrifice your own life? Essentially, yeah. Which is why it's an interesting... There is a part 2 and part 3 to this question. Yeah, but only after you answer part 1 shall the other parts be revealed. Yeah. How many people would you have to save to justify giving up your life? Oh. I got the bicycle hit, but it went the wrong way. Yeah. Just happens, yeah. Yeah, that's different. Well, actually, that's interesting that you say that he tells you to kill yourself to save those people. Because that changes the scenario, because then it's like, you're, like, it's not a, it's a little bit more of a forced hand choice than like a personal choice, you know what I mean? Versus, like, let's say, instead of him telling you he's gonna kill you, you notice that, like, he's gonna kill someone else, and so you offer yourself or you jump in the way. So that's more of a personal choice than like a forced choice. Because you could just lay low at that point and not make it the choice at all. It's centered. Oh. Yeah, so it's kind of similar. I feel like if I see like an oncoming car like about to hit someone, I would like to say that I would jump in the way, but I have no way of knowing what my reaction in that moment's gonna be, but I feel like I would want to help them. But if it was like, yeah, like a person in the room with other people, then I would be more susceptible to being like, this isn't my problem to deal with, you know? Which may seem a little fucked up, but... Oh, I just scored on us. I tried to block it. You're so close to getting that one, John. Alright, well, I guess part 2. Same question, but instead of strangers, friends. Yeah. Like, replace the people in that scenario. Instead of strangers, it's all friends. Tim? Who's Tim? I don't know about Tim. Oh, you mean unimportant? Seems like a nice fella. Oh, we're losing. I don't know why I thought we had scored one this whole time. I pushed the ball. Oh, it's centered, Matt. Nice. I mean, John, I'm sorry. As in, like, a 1-for-1 trade seems better suited if it was a friend than if it was a stranger. Yeah. I could see that. Because you see more for a reason. Wow. Unless we get scored on right now. Alright, if they score right now, instead of taking a drink, we take a shot. Yeah. No, instead of taking the drink, we take a shot if they score. Isn't it kind of sad though? Like, ideally you would say like a 1-to-1 trade regardless, but you're like, nah. Yeah. Alright. What does it mean to die well?
What does it mean to die well?
Yeah.
To die after you've lived well?
So then, what does it mean to live well if the meaning of death revolves around life?
That's just all up to the person. If they feel like they've done
To you.
me, I don't
To
know.
you.
I don't know what it means.
This is a question directed to you. You have to answer with your own opinions, your views. I think you're closer. Well, what do you think it means? Really gonna let them score on us for that? Yeah. To do the things you wanted to do in life. Okay. Or at least. Yeah, that's admirable. So basically like putting some importance on your friends maybe. Or just anyone, making life better for anyone. Yeah? You see someone crying on the subway or something? Yeah. That does sound like a nice world to live in. So do good where you can. But you don't. That was a weird one. So you're changing your answer. Because you've had that good life. So does that mean, in another sense, live well in order to die with a smile on your face? Where's the ball? There's the ball. For what it means to die well. Like I want to say a meaningful death, but then that just sounds like martyrdom or something, you know? And I don't want to like say that's what you should be doing, because that's probably not the thing you should be doing. But in some sense of the word, like, yeah, like, you know, dying for a cause, kind of like what your definition, like living well, like is what gets you to die well. Like as long as, like kind of till the end you're working for a cause. Like whatever the cause is, it can even be like just a cause for yourself to like be living like a sound, quiet, happy life, but as long as you're working towards a cause. Maybe in an epic duel of some sort. Yeah, like that would be pretty cool. But I don't know how likely you would be to die in an epic duel. I feel like those aren't that prevalent in today's society. With the advent of like firearms, you know? What? Yeah, no, that would be cool. I'm just saying with like firearms, there's less of a need to have those types of epic showdowns, you know? Because it's just... Yeah, like, there you go. Like any problem you guys had is solved in that second, you know? Exactly. Which is why I think everyone should go out and learn a martial art. Any martial art. Drink up, boy. Alright, well. Personal questions or society, culture, and world? Personal questions or society, culture, and the world? Personal questions? Alright. They're gonna be all about you, John. Your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations. So how personal of a question are you willing to answer? Oh, what is holding you back from the person you want to be? No, that seemed like the least prying one.
What is holding me back from being the person that I want to be?
Mm-hmm. So I guess first maybe describe what the person you want to be sounds like or looks like. So unable to answer the question is the answer? What's holding you back? Or who you want to be? Or both? Why don't you try? Okay, fair enough. It's not our first video. It's our first video in like a year, maybe. Keep drinking. Let's see. Alright, then I'll try and answer this one. Oh, you were not in the middle for that, were you? Let's see. So I guess... Did we know? So the person I want to be... As cheesy as it sounds, I want to be like the person that will help without second thinking, you know? So someone who's in a position to help and has a willingness to help. Yeah. And that's the first part. What's holding me back from that? Well, both parts of who I want to be are both holding me back. Because sometimes I'm willing to help but can't, and other times I can and I won't. So there's a certain level of empathy failure, I feel, because sometimes I just feel like I'll get overwhelmed from too many things I want to help out with, and so I don't help anyone, because it's easier to just feel nothing at that point. And then other times it's like, well, you see a lot of people you want to help, but you can only help one or two people. Yeah, you can't help everyone. So ideally, I'd want to be in a position to maximize how many people I can help. I guess even though like I try to do that now, but the maximum doesn't seem like a big enough number. So we'll get to them. Oh, who touched it before I did? I'm sorry. I'd also want to be someone who inspires some form of change in the world. Whatever small scale it can be, like, I don't care. Like, even if it's small scale change, I'm happy with that. Like, if it's change even in one person's life, you know what I mean? Yeah, personal questions are hard, huh? Gotta leave yourself a little vulnerable to answer them. What better place to be vulnerable than on the internet where you don't know anyone? Well, everyone will judge you, but not everyone. But at least you don't have to see them, and you only have to hear them if you want to. Oh, that's... Cheers. Put it in the middle for you. You got it. I kind of clipped it towards the middle. Oh. It's in the middle. Oh. Yeah, you're closer. Going for it. Oh. Oh, that kind of looked like it was going in. Oh, I killed someone. Woo. Okay. Alright. Can people with vastly different cultural backgrounds live together peacefully? And if so, how? And if not, why? What? So how do you get people to do that, though? Yeah. Is there vape smoke, or it also didn't help that I took a hit in here, but so how do you get people? Yeah. Oh, it's one of the new stages, that's right. So how do you get people to do that? I think there's a desert one that's also new. Where's the... Oh, I mistimed that jump. Shameless advertising. And they're okay. So you do it by force. The threat of mutual extinction. Yeah. So you go Superman in Injustice, pretty much. You say, hey, it's time everyone got along or I'm gonna kill everyone if they don't. You know, I've often thought that if I ever had superpowers, I would eventually go that route. Yeah, I feel like eventually I'd just lose my shit and be like, hey, like, years of trying to do good down the shit, you know? And so I could see Superman's perspective. Yeah, not saying he's right, but I could see where he's coming from. Oh. Yeah. Rule number 2 is Zombieland. Did you hear they're making a Zombieland 2? You're closer. Yeah. No. Well, I just think, like, let's see, God bless, Pokemon for teaching me this lesson. The first Pokemon movie, fucking Meowth says, we all share the same earth, we all share the same sky, and all that bullshit, but yeah, and honestly, I feel like that's resonated with me through the years. Because you can find similarities if you want to, just like you can find differences if you want to. And I feel like in most cases of like these situations, like most situations where we see where there's like cultural or racial conflict, it's because people are looking for differences. So yeah, if you can find a way to like channel, wow, I don't know what I just did there. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, I thought you had scored. But yeah, if you can somehow change the way people think to look for similarities rather than differences, that would go a long way. Positions of power. Do you think there's something about them that gets them into positions of power, though? Because you just said the people who think like that tend to be the ones in position of power. So what about them is putting them in that position? Is it because they have like that rhetoric of separateness, of separation, or like does that appeal to a lot of people and so that's what puts them in there, or is there something else going on here? Yeah. I don't know how that counted, but... well, then we can come back. You're closer. So yeah, what do you think? Like, or do you think like people who preach that type of rhetoric, maybe they have like certain type of charisma that makes them more likable? Or like because of that people don't see what they're actually talking about? Or people who are in a position of power like that, they just give power to other people who think like that, and maybe other people think more extremely, and so they feel justified to think more extremely about what they're thinking because someone is in a position of power that supports their views. That was a mouthful, I'm sorry. Ooh. Ichi. Oh, their first loss. "48 minutes and 25 seconds. Yeah, well, the season's almost done. If you want to just power through.
Sure. But yeah, I don't really have an answer for that. Why do power get there for?
Yeah, I don't really have an answer for that either. That would be an interesting, like, study though, but I also have no idea how you would study it. Like, ideally, for me, like, most studies involve interviews, but I've learned that a lot of studies don't like involving interviews. Like, questionnaires and surveys, or playing a game and something like that, like observational, but because you have to train to interview properly, and then you have to like you have to transcribe the interviews, and I don't know, I guess it's a longer process, and also it's considered qualitative data, and this is the reason why a lot of people shit on psychology and other social sciences, because since it's qualitative data and not quantitative, they see it as a softer science rather than like a hard science like physics or something, because those like strictly deal with numbers, so it'd be completely quantitative in its data. So qualitative data is seen as a less valuable, kind of. Valuable is maybe the wrong word, but you get what I'm saying, right? Less respected or revered. No. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's of lower value compared to quantitative data. And so that's why, like, lately, like in the last 15, 20 years, there's been like a surge to get more quantitative data in psych in order to be taken more seriously. And I don't know if that's necessarily been the best way to get to like study things though, you know? But that's kind of the reason I like working in the lab that I'm working in, because the professor I work with, she likes gathering both quantitative and qualitative And so I feel like that's a good way to. Oh, that's a. Oh. Oh. Both our shots at the post. But yeah, she does quantitative and qualitative because she's like the quantitatives gives like makes the work a little more like respectable and more believable, and then the qualitative is where you get like the really cool findings, and like you can do like case study type things and bring in specific examples of what people said. So I like that approach. Yeah, not only that, questionnaires they're difficult to design because you can't make them too long, because then people get like, yeah, they get like testing fatigue, and so they'll start bullshitting their answers, and yeah, and so, but like every time you run a survey, you run that risk that someone's lying. And so I feel like that's the thing, like really good questionnaires, they have they control for that, like they'll have certain questions that will let you know if the person's lying or not. But most, like, I don't know how that counted, but that's my goal. Okay. But like that's mostly for like indexes for depression and well-being and things like that, but not really like experimental surveys for studies that control for lying too well. Like they'll put a couple measures in there, but I feel like it's not as good as other other indexes. So you do try and control for it, but yeah, you run that risk, and then yeah, you have like limited responses, which makes it hard for someone to decide. Yeah, like, yeah, because you don't want to like commit to one side because you don't feel like you fully belong to that side, you know. But then you also don't want to undersell your answer. I held that guy off, I just want you to know that. Oh. Alright, well, back to that, like, coexisting of different cultures. It might have been, but I just thought of, like, something. So, like, the Israel-Palestine conflict. Mostly just because that's in my brain right now. Hey, that was a good assist. It's a good play altogether. Would you say that both sides have people that want to end the conflict? Alright, would you be surprised to hear that Israelis have assassinated fellow Israelis and Palestinians have assassinated fellow Palestinians who are against the conflict? Like, did that make sense as a statement? Like, yeah, like, there have been, like, instances of, like, people speaking out against it and being like, hey, like, we need to find a solution and, blah, blah, and there have been, like, threats on people's life. So these two psychologists, one's Israeli, one's Palestinian, and they work together on like on basically like articles that talk about this, like talk about that conflict, and they both had to leave Israel under threat of their life. So it's kind of interesting that even the people involved in the conflict, like, it's so ingrained that they perpetuate it and they will strike down someone who says that it should stop. When normally you would think, like, oh no, like, why would someone talking about peace be the one in danger?
Oh, look, someone's looking for a fucking resolution to this. Let's murder them.
Yeah.
Because there can be no peace, there can only be death.
Well, so that goes back to how intractable conflicts, they have a sense of totality about them, and so it needs to be a complete victory for one side in order for it to actually be a victory. Like, there's this feeling of where it doesn't count as a win unless we get everything. So someone speaking out, saying like we need to stop, is basically saying let's admit defeat. And I guess since people have been fighting for their whole life on this issue, like, admitting defeat is basically saying their life's... Yeah, and so maybe like that dissonance of realizing like you lived this many years fighting for a cause that is about to end and was wrong. That's tough to deal with. Isn't it interesting that you can make these claims for people who are doing like crazy things and things that are like not okay, but you can explain why they do them, and it sounds like, oh damn, like someone should help them. Yeah, because then the question would be who governs it. Yeah. Well, so like that was so when Israel like took over Palestine, because it was Palestine before it was Israel, in modern day times at least. Israel like controlled the land when they took over, and then I forgot what year it was, but it was like a big thing, and basically Israel was like, okay, fine, like Palestine can they can run their own people. So like the Palestinians set up their own government for themselves. And then, so they did kind of do something like that, but no one got land out of it. They just like said, you run your people, we run our people. But then the Israelis just came and like started settling on Palestinian land and wouldn't listen to anyone. So there's also that, but yeah, I don't remember where I was going with that, but I realized I was just rambling. Not even a long ramble, just an interesting ramble. You scored all our goals. I think we're gonna make it to the playoffs this season. You're closer, by the way. Thank you. When Eagleton they like merged the government. Yeah, but then that goes back to the whole like pride thing, you know? Like are is everyone going to be okay working with the other side, and are they going to be okay knowing like it's a mixed government also? Yeah, I don't know. So in Lebanon, they have like an interesting system where like the president is usually Christian and the parliament is usually Muslim. And I don't know where the Jewish representation is for them. There is some Jewish population there, so I imagine there's some type of representation. But yeah, they have like a weirdly represented government that kind of works. Not really, but I mean, yeah, well, they also didn't have a president for a long time, actually. Like, some years ago, they went about, wow, watch that one. I think they went like 4 years without a president a couple years ago. I literally backed into it and it chipped off me. But I do say, like, if there's a will, there's a way. So as long as, like, someone's trying to make peace, it'll happen. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take for peace to be achieved, and then how long are you going to have peace until something breaks out again. Which I guess leads us to our next question about human nature is, like peace is obviously possible, but is it human nature to breed conflict, or is it human nature to build peace? And I know like humans are capable of doing both, but basically the gist of the argument is if you boiled humans down, is human nature good or bad? I guess that's not a good question, because some people see conflict as a good thing. Yeah, well, care to elaborate on that? Okay. Maybe we don't have to go to that philosophical level. Oh, I was so close to saving that. Try to pull it out, right? Oh, if you didn't get that extra touch, I think I would have saved that. I think I'm closer. Well, it was, so... Because, like, look at World War II. The argument was they went to war to, like... Or, actually not World War II. Let's use, like, the Cold War as an example. It was an ideological war. It was, like, a war against communism. So, like, some people say that's a reason to go to war. It's like when you're fighting the good cause. When you're fighting against evil, it's okay to start conflict. Like, what do you think about that?
Why is communism evil?
Well, no, like, it was just seen as evil, is what I'm saying. And then same with World War II, it was like they demonized Germany, and the reason a lot of people enlisted is because they were told they're fighting the good fight. They're fighting against evil, and so they felt like they were ethically correct. And yeah, well, that's how you get scores of people to be like, yeah, go fight and die for this cause. But yeah, I mean, you just wrote a paper about this, so yeah.
Just throughout history, they used monsterization to pretty much help fight causes, like in any point in time.
Yeah.
Like with witches and shit, they made witches seem terrible.
Yeah, well, this is a cool map. I haven't played here before. Well, because if you make someone out to be a monster, it's easier to make an us versus them distinction. Yeah. So basically my question was Malcolm X versus Martin Luther King Jr. Non-violence to stop violence or violence to stop violence? So basically you need a larger number of people to succeed with a non-violent approach, versus if you're going violent, then you don't need as large of a number of supporters. What? Isn't an option? Someone's saying like, well, you killed this many people or you hurt this many people. So the means are just as important as the end. Then it doesn't matter. That's interesting. History is written by the winners. I may have just scored on this. Well, how do you feel about, like, comic book superheroes then? Most of them use violence to solve issues of injustice. So do you feel like that's sending a wrong message? Like maybe there needs to be a comic book character. Wow. Yeah. Shh, guys, you didn't hear anything. That's our $1 million idea. How would you sell it? I guess then you would need to make the storytelling really well. But see, then the other hard thing about that is that there's so much more to go off of, like, story-wise to get inspiration. Wow. They hit it in. Like, the stories of non-violence are gonna have less things for you to base your stories off of. So you're gonna have to be a lot more creative. Which I think would be cool, because then people would be coming up with some, like, whoever's writing those types of comics, they might be coming up with, like, pretty cool and creative non-violent solutions that maybe some other people didn't think of, you know? Yeah, that would be really cool, but it would probably be really hard to write, for sure. It could be fantastic and a game changer. Oh, that was a good bicycle hit. Yeah, make them. And it would be cool if, like, it wasn't made by an indie comic, only because, well, not just that, imagine a new member of the Avengers or a new member of the Justice League who preaches non-violence, because then if they get into those types of teams, that's a whole new voice of, like, saying, like, oh, like, how about we try and solve it a different way. And I know, like, Captain America and other, like, superheroes, they do try and take diplomatic approaches sometimes. Yeah. Well, this, like, character would be another advocate for, like, a diplomatic solution. Yeah, I think it would be interesting. I don't know how they would be written. Holy shit, good job. Yeah. So you wanna ooh, good job. You wanna collab on a comic? Yeah, I mean, we can work together on the story. You're a good story writer. Yeah. Honestly, that monster story was really good. No, it was well illustrated. Like, it didn't feel like you threw in it, like, unnecessary descriptive words. I feel like the descriptive words were correct. Were, like placed correctly and built the world. So yeah, any viewers out there, we're talking about John's final essay for one of his classes. He wrote a story about monsters. It's really good. You should publish it, man. Just put it up online. Put it up online. Put it up on Sodon Rap Games. Yeah. Yeah, there were some, like, grammatical.
Oh, I knew there was grammatical.
Yeah. Grammatical and a couple spelling things. I thought I heard Gina. Sorry. There was some spelling errors, yeah. One is, it is, what? Yeah, it is. So, it's today, it is today. Versus, it's his toy. That would be what, yeah. Oh yeah, it's toy. Marks possession. Watch this go. I hit it with my rear wheel. Rear wheel. Your monster story. Yeah. Blame TV, man. Camera angles change so rapidly in TV. Pay attention to it. Like most shots are like longer than a couple seconds. So and like you don't notice it, but like your brain does, in a sense. Like, you unconsciously notice it, and it affects your attention span. Yeah, and it's just like a long scene. Yeah. Yeah. Or like, even like one long following scene rather than rapid changes of direction, you know what I mean? Like a tracking shot versus like just changes of angle. Like, I feel like one long scene that tracks the movement is also very nice. Oh, that's not right. Oh. They were both right there. They were both right there. How did that not go in? I mean, how did that go in? Speaking of Logan, what did you think? Yeah. Oh, so you know what's one of the things I recently learned? So remember how they were saying like Charles had an incident at Westchester or wherever it was? That's where the X Mansion is. The Xavier School for blah blah for gifted young individuals is located in Westchester. So well, no, he didn't, because in the radio thing they said it's like 600 injured and 7 dead, among them some of them were X-Men. So that's why some X-Men died, because it took place there. But maybe that has something to do with not a lot of mutants left? I don't know. So I mean, not everyone at the school was an X-Men, you know? No, Calabac? No idea who that was. I did not get it. Yeah, but I feel like they still didn't really answer what happened to the mutants, you know? Yeah, no, for sure. Because Patrick Stewart's alive. Well, technically at the end of X3, apparently they show that he didn't die, that he transferred his body and his consciousness. Or he transferred his consciousness into another body, sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant. He transferred his consciousness into another body. That's what I meant to say. Oh god. Oh, like, they're like, okay, mutants are too dangerous. Yeah. I mean, they did kind of talk about how his brain is considered like a nuclear weapon. They mentioned that a few times. Yeah. I don't know, I still have a theory that Logan killed some. Yeah, well, because like that is what happens in the comics. So I wondered like how much they took from it. But yeah, there's that one scene where he's talking to Laura, and she's like, "I killed bad men" or whatever, and he was having like a nightmare, and that's how like the conversation started. And he was like, "Well, sometimes like you kill people who aren't bad men." And so maybe he was talking about like how he's killed friends. Maybe those friends include X-Men. We cruise into the final. Yeah, that was nice. Did I share that meme with you? It was about how at the end of Wolverine, someone's like describing how Logan's gonna die. Yeah, we were about to get scored on. She was describing how Logan was gonna die, and she was like, "You're gonna be impaled by a piece of wood holding your heart in your hands." And then it cuts to a picture of the ending of Logan, and he's impaled on the tree trunk, and he's holding Laura's hand. And it's like, oh. In the Wolverine movie. The one that came out before this one. Oh no, it was just called Wolverine. Yeah, the one where he's in Japan.
After F1 Origins, I was just kind of like,
Yeah. Shit, this is the one team we lost to.
no, we're gonna lose again.
Alright. This is it, guys. The end of the stream after this one, right? Which leads us to our final question. Is this a podcast? Would this be considered a podcast? Or is a live stream different than a podcast? Let us know in the comments below. We're not gonna have any comments. Oh, I missed. Yeah, but would that count as a podcast? Or is that a stream? And do podcasts maybe have like the denotation that there's more than one person talking? Like it's a conversation? So if it's only one person talking, does it count as a podcast? Or... Yeah, but it's just him. Okay. Yeah, it might just be easier to keep the conversation flowing. Interesting. So does that mean like people who live stream games are also doing a podcast? Like, is that the argument you're making? Or just like put up videos of them playing a game with commentary. See, like, I feel like that's just more commentary than podcast, but also, like, then what the fuck is a podcast? Because it is just one guy giving commentary or two people giving commentary about something, right? That's true. Do you? Okay. That is a Gina. Gina's our cat.
No, she's a person who walks on all fours.
Aww. She's looking for a little bit of love. Gina is a gray stray cat. But she's not really a stray because she always has a home here.
I think she's hungry.
At least until her lease runs out, I guess.
Alright, let's go. She'll be fine. Let's go.
Okay. We shall feed her after. she clawing you? Oh, Matt, you fucked me up on that one. You fucked me up on that one. Guys, if you ever get a chance, look at it. Look at how muscular cats are. That's true, yeah. But I feel like some cats just, like, Gina has muscular fucking arms. Like, it's kind of scary. Like playing games. Yeah, no, I've noticed that. I've noticed her reactions aren't super fast, but she's fucking strong. Oh no. I got it out of there, but it didn't. Oh, it did count as a clear. What kind of center is that? I centered it for you. Okay, it's forward. Go middle. That was a bad center. I'm sorry. That was better. Oh! That was a good play. No, I saw how you scored it. No, it was just perfect. You were exactly where you needed to be. Oh? Oh? No. What? What did you say, John? English, please. That is not English. Oh no. Oh. Shit. Shit. It seems so. You're closer. Oh. Oh. She's just looking at herself now, man. Oh, I swear that was going in. No, John, no. We're not gonna lose. Yeah. Championship goal. Well then, next time we'll move up to All-Star and get shat on. Yeah. Yeah. The companion cube? What does that mean? Alright, well, thanks for sticking with us, guys, or joining us.
If you're still with us, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, or if you're watching this non-live, thank you for watching it. Any last words?
Live life.
Well put. Well put. All right. Well, goodbye.
No, that's asking me to. Did you stop? Nope, you didn't. I'll push the share button again. Yep, push that. There.